Welcome to Exit Talks episode 62 with the return of Half Decent. Yo, and I'm just going to add some people in, but obviously first I'm just going to quickly play my new single. If you haven't heard it yet, go check it out. Calling Me, Calling You, you get me? It's Exit! Hey! I'm calling you. Let's get people on. How we all doing today? Hey. Just getting people in, then we'll get Half Decent in the building. How we all doing though? We're all doing good, I hope we are. Today's Half Decent. He's got his new EP coming out next Wednesday called Palm Springs. It's gonna be mad. I can't see you guys right now because I'm just adding people in, but yeah, I hope you guys like it. It's gonna be a great episode today. We've got Half Decent back in, and he's one of our very few people that returns because he's basically family now to the Exit Talk show, you know what I'm saying? So let's add some people in. Let's get ready. It's Exit Talks episode 62 with Half Decent. You already know what it is. Right, where is everybody? That's it. Let's go. Hey, we got people in the building. I can add some more people in, you know. We'll quickly go. Calling you. What we gonna do? How are you all doing, guys? It's good to see you all in the building. Let's get him in right now. Ladies and gentlemen, Exit Talks, Mr. Half Decent. Let's go. Hey. We're getting him in now. Wait a minute. We've got to do it properly. One sec, bro. You all right? Here we go.
Good. All good.
All right. Can you hear that, though? Is that good?
Yeah, I can hear you fine. What about, can you hear me?
Yeah. I mean, can you hear the track, yeah?
Can now, yeah.
Hey, I'll set up a little bit.
Written stories with more adventures than Rick and Morty. I'll be fit and sporty before I'm hitting. And ignore me unless you've got a drink for me. If so, pour me. No, pour me. Call me the young wonder, chum scrubber. With a tongue that's only out here to one up ya. Rap fire, speak thunder, fun loving rug muncher, bum rushing, gut busting, ghostbuster. The card shuffler, make you shudder every word I utter. Rhyme loving, lackluster, Gerard Butler. Go figure, I'm a flow, spit a blow, sniff a nose, pick a gold brick, a toe tip, a goal kicker. Getting tired, yeah, I've really had enough. I tried to call my bluff, but I never pick it up. Mic attached in the hip like it's a beeper. If it's out my hands, then it's not in yours either. Sword wheeler, blood sports scorekeeper. We're born because piss chalk snort ether. The eavesdropper, teeth stomper, leave MCs covered, eat a feast from the east. I'm a beast, beef squasher. Not a E-popper, but a B-bopper to the beat of big hopper. Swaying like some double D knockers.
Hey. Like a cool blue light. Hey. We'll leave it there. Like, if you want to go hit people, go to the YouTube and go check that out. That'll be on the project, won't it?
No, that one's already out. That's that one's already out. New music video, Cool Blue Light. Go on Half Decent Music on YouTube, or just follow me on here. That's with Theoretical. That one we put that out on the Groundhog Day again mixtape.
I say it's on the mixtape, definitely. Yeah. No, it was a good video, man, and the wordplay on it is incredible. Everything, everything about that track just shows, the skill.
Appreciate it, man. It was just a bit of fun. I just honestly I was like, you know, you can listen to those like lo-fi hip hop like YouTube channels. I heard the beat on one of those, and I was just like, I hit the producer up and was like, I want to do something to this. I just started freestyling to it. And he was like, I don't usually like rappers. And I was like, I sent it to him, and he was like, oh, I like this. Yeah, you can use it. And so, yeah, it was just a lot of fun, man. That's all it was.
But hey, I haven't even said, how are you doing today, though, in general, man? I just got straight into it.
I'm good. Congrats on the new single. I love it.
Cheers, man.
Really good. Yeah.
It's just the start of like this year, like, you know what I mean? Like, something light to start off with, and then we go, yeah. Got it all plotted out, man. But hey, I was gonna say, you are one of the like few people from Exit Talks family that's like I call it that now. That one of the returning people, like not many people have. Well, we've got a few people. Like, you're one of like 3, I think, or 4 that have all returned. You know what I mean? For their own episode, not for like a special. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, I think last time as well, like I was kind of in between projects, so I like right now I'm about to release something, so it feels like it makes a little bit more. There's a lot more going on. So, but yeah, it's great to be back, man. I love watching your podcast every week, and I like to see. I've met so many people through this as well, and that's what it's all about, man. It's all about the connections.
I know, because I see like, I sometimes look at people and I follow them, and they follow you, but I see all the people that follow, yeah, and I think, is that the show? I don't know, like, you know what I mean? But I love that. But
You're bringing people together. You're bringing people together. It's really good.
About us, hopefully, yeah, that's what I want to do. But what was I going to say? So I'm sorry again. Like, obviously, I've only just moved, so I still need to get paper. Like, this is the second week where I've not had a, you know, with the usual paper with half decent episodes. You know,
like you're picking me up at the airport. You usually have the
yeah.
Like,
But no, I just want to say as well, actually, before we get on to main things, like, for me, you've helped me so much over like since I've like connected. Like, just give me good advice and just being like, yeah. I
don't know. You can't really call it good advice yet. Like, just wait and see if
I'll put you down as one of my musical mentors now. You know what I mean? In a way, like I would like to.
Well, I appreciate that, man. It's all love.
Because, like, you know, you knew I was moving, and you asked my address and sent me 2 of your amazing projects. Like, you know what I mean? Which has been.
No, it's a big step, especially because you're not just moving out and renting again. You know, you're taking that step in your life. I know what it's like to have a mortgage and to do that first thing of just owning an asset of property. It's incredible, man. You should like big yourself up enough, and you know, it's a big thing to be able to do. And yeah, man, congrats. That's it. The least I could do was send you music that you could only listen to in your car. I could have sent you something that you might actually be able to use, but I just sent you a CD instead.
I listened to them both. I had a long journey I had to do with work, so I basically drove and listened to the whole of Groundhog Day, and was like rediscovered some of the tracks that I absolutely love. Like, there's some like near the end of the project that I love. I love all the tracks, but you know what I mean? Like, those ones, I suppose, you know, because it's a big project, that is. Like, obviously, there's like 8, 19 tracks, and some of them at the end, I'm like, whoo, like yeah, you know what I mean? You're more focused on that drive. Like, all I've got to do is watch this sat nav at the same time just listening, and that's such an amazing project. I love that project a lot, man.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. It's definitely I know it's a long project. Like, it's 18 tracks, and that these days that's 2 albums for most people, right? Like, so it could in theory be a double album, but like what you just said there. Like, every day I listen to it, I have a new one that I like a little bit more. It kind of depends on what mood you're in the day, and that's kind of why it's called Groundhog Day. Every single day you listen to it, I think you'll find something different based on your mood or based on what you're into. And it's definitely, it's been out a year and a half now, and I'm not yet bored of it. I keep hearing people come to me and they say like, "Oh, I've only just noticed this track," and it's good to have that feeling.
It's the track, the track when you're like, oh, is it when you're 15? What am I gonna do? That one, I forgot what it's called.
Never Give Up.
Yeah, Never Give Up. Like, I don't know how I love that. That really gave me motivation that day, especially. Like, I was like, oh, like, yeah, I really do like that one. That's my favorite at the moment on the project. But I suppose let's get away from the, obviously we love that project. We've got to get away for the future now, man. I mean, you've been doing a lot this year already, really. Yeah, you know what I mean?
I've been trying. I think I had a more productive December than I have had January, but most of the stuff has come out in January. So yeah,
I'd say, yeah, I suppose like me thinking quite recent, I suppose, with the December things, a lot going on there. But actually, before we get into everything, let's just drop. Like, have you played this track to anyone? Like, has this been premiered anywhere yet, or like I'm talking about
the new single?
Yeah, what you sent me.
No, you get the exclusive. Like you said, Fat Family returning, like Exit gets the exclusive of Palm Springs.
Well, I was thinking like I would have played that at the beginning, but then I was like, no, we need to introduce that. Like, you know what I mean? So that's why I put Blue Light at the, Cool Blue Light at the beginning because of the video. But yeah, let's just play. I listened to this yesterday night and then today, and I ain't got fed up with it. I love the track. Like, yeah, it's got this real cool feel. It's got a little 80s feel as well, isn't it? Sort of, in a way. I kind of, yeah. But yeah, let's just give it a little play. How long should we do? I don't know. We'll see.
You can play the whole thing if you want, however long you want.
All right, let's do it, guys. This comes out on the 2nd.
February 2nd.
The whole project's out on the 2nd, isn't it, as well?
Yeah, everything's out February 2nd. Yeah, Palm Springs.
Yeah, this is like the title track as well, isn't it? Sort of thing. Yeah. Palm Springs. Check this out. Big tune. Hey, first play here exclusive. Whee! Let's go. Whee!
Late morning, stretching and yawning. Best to ignore that sense that I'm falling. Don't know the cause of the stress that is calling. Gotta go to work, no time for recording. See the boredom from every single angle. Reach for my dreams, but I'm way too entangled. Just a kid in a pool, never mind. Tired of the grind. I'm drowning in the pool at Palm Springs.
Hey.
I'm drowning in the pool at Palm Springs. Sitting in this office, something feels quite cynical. Sorta like a hospice, the waiting time gets to you. Only got a window to see the wind blow. Earth spirits are alive and my mind's so wishful. So I dream little scenes where the earth is clean. Bathe in a stream, yeah, the air is pristine. Plant my own seeds, trade green for the green. Soaking in the sunbeams, harmony. I know it's just a fantasy, the cage blurred masterpiece. Right now I'm fast asleep, I'm past my peak. Lunch breaks over, there's tasks to complete. Snap back real fast, laugh and repeat. 6 a.m, that's the time that the wave hits. Another day lived and it's not been my favourite. But saw a girl who I knew was a bassist. I said, put this in your playlist, Groundhog Day, play this. And meet me by the pool in Palm Springs. Meet me by the pool in Palm Springs. 25 hours and I'm barely awake, but I can't pass out cause we're on a first date. She said that I'm living on a day-to-day basis. Faces blur my vision from the mortified faces. Basically saying that I'm living in a bubble, full of trouble, can't see past the rubble. I don't know, maybe she's right, or I'm inclined to agree, cause I think she's fine. She was taught not to always follow popular themes. Most impossibilities are not as they seem. She wants me to strive, climb out of the cream. Rather live with a purpose than die with a dream. Follow your passion, do whatever it takes. Never sacrifice your heart or leave potentials to waste. She left me there, but said to never stop. Who knows, one day I might see her at the top. Laying by the pool in Palm Springs. Laying by the pool in Palm Springs.
Now I look forward to listening to. Wait. Why have I not done any? I'm looking forward to that, like in my car, on linked up, listening to it off Spotify. Like that's
Yeah, February 2nd. It's on all streaming platforms.
Yeah.
Palm Springs. Yeah, it's kind of the end of the Groundhog Day project that I've had. But there's a ton of new material on it, and yeah, that's the title track, Palm Springs. I'm quite proud of it.
Yeah, I was just gonna say one thing. Shout out to Ace and Youngs who are in the building. Young C, Ace just trying to get up. Like it's just a half decent episode. Like you can't get on, but look, we will have ours in the future, man. Don't worry. And also,
cause any trouble for anyone.
I'll put that in the comments because of like Youngs and Ace have both been at X Fest in the past. You're going to be at the summer one anyway. I've told you this ages ago, wasn't it? That was the plan. Like, so we're doing 2 a year. So yeah, Youngs, you'll meet him Yeah, Aisha, if you're still up for it, you'll be we're all gonna be able to connect then anyway. So that's cool. But let's talk about Palm Springs again. Sorry about that. I had to say that quickly. But
Good.
talk about the artwork as well. I really like the artwork.
Yeah.
So what?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, obviously in Palm Springs, like you obviously tell about your experience as part. Have you been? I'm guessing you've been in Palm Springs, like.
No. So I've not been to Palm Springs. No. The idea for the project is so there's actually a movie called Palm Springs. So it's very similar to Groundhog Day. And it's almost like a new version. It's got Andy Samberg in it, the guy from Lonely Island.
No.
And basically, he's at a wedding in Palm Springs, and he wakes up, and every single day is the same day.
Oh, okay.
So very similar to Groundhog Day. It's just a newer version.
Is it a comedy as well? Because
it is a comedy. Yeah, it is a comedy. Yeah.
It's worth watching that.
Definitely check it out. It's worth a watch. Yeah. But when I was finishing up the Groundhog Day project, I still had loads of songs that I hadn't yet released, and I knew that I wanted it to be a 3-part series. So you've got the album Groundhog Day, you've got a mixtape Groundhog Day again, and then Palm Springs is like my way of rounding up the 3-part project. And that was where I got the inspiration from, just to say like Palm Springs is the next and final step of Groundhog Day. But the artwork is actually a famous David Hockley painting.
Okay.
And I just put me in it instead. I might be able to show it for the people who haven't seen it yet. I'll get it up. One sec.
You like doing that though with the World Cup '66 as well.
yeah, exactly. Like there's nothing is original these days anyway. So for anyone who can see that, it'll come up. It'll be backwards, but
yeah.
So the idea is it's me also drowning in the pool. So I'm looking at myself, which is why I don't know if you can see it, but there's like glasses and a microphone in there as well.
Yeah, for that. Okay, that's. Yeah.
But the original painting is very, very similar. If not exactly the same, I could probably get in trouble for it. But not yet. But yeah, it's the project's. I don't know what to call it. I'll be completely honest. It's like a new single, but there's other new songs on there, and then there's the B-sides that were on the other singles that I'd already released. But then there's some remixes and new stuff as well.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a new EP because there's 7 or 8 new songs on there. Yeah. But then there's 4 songs that are remixes, and then another 3 or 4 songs that some people may have heard but may not have heard.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. It's just a bunch of new music. Go check it out. Yeah.
I feel like, as you said, some of those B-sides are quite chill as well. So I feel like it could be quite a chill project as well.
It's a lot more relaxed. Yeah. It's a lot more relaxed than the.
Because I like a lot of your relaxed tracks as well. Like.
It's just a different. It's almost like the same story as my album, but from a different perspective, and like looking at it from a different point of view. There's not much on there. I'll send you the whole album. I'll send you the whole thing tonight. I don't know why I didn't send it you all, to be honest.
I still listen to it on Spotify, give it a stream. Do you know what I mean? But I'd love to. Definitely. Shout out to Marley Anthony, by the way. Anthony Mafia. You've done a track with him, like Still Gassing, just in case that's who it is.
yeah. Big up.
I saw with that project coming out when you had it premiering and all that, it said it was premiering, and I got hyped straight away because obviously we talked and I didn't know you had a project coming out so soon as well, so that got me really excited, man. Definitely. But the fact that I was gonna say, is it alright to play like every single moment? Because I thought
that's on it as well. That's on Palm Springs. So yeah,
I do. I told you before, this is one of my favorites as well. Like, yeah, definitely. Let's give this a play. Here we go. Is that good? You hear that?
I can.
Yeah, good. This will be on Palm Springs. February the 2nd, half decent, Palm Springs. Go stream that, download that, everywhere.
It's built from scratch instead of taking back what was took. Trouble down a dark road, glass in my foot. I'm reminiscing to the days when we were all young. Who would have thought? This is what we become. We walked on water and we danced upon the sun. Remember, we were scared, but we had so much fun. Dodging trains, stand by me no matter what I say. On this page, yes indeed, we know no other way. Tripped on chains, cut our knees, we never look away. College days, we let it bleed, don't wash away the stains. The thought of summer seems to make me go crazy. No longer 18 with a daydream. Feeling lost on the daily, out on my own, so I know that there's no one here to save me. Mom said the simple things are the finest, and every day I grow I know she's not lying. I witnessed firsthand that life is not the kindest. Not every day is promised, so I wonder where my time is. Happiness is free, yet I can't find it. Really want to try it, but can't afford to buy it. No matter what, I know I'll never stop grinding. My drive is unbearable, I just don't have the license. Don't get it twisted, I've been minding my own business, not inside my own zone. I tend to get too deep in it. I don't write songs to impress, it's self-expression. I publish all my thoughts, I couldn't care less about successes. I feel like Max Payne, can't navigate through hallways, lost inside this old maze, trick-or-treat in broad day. Listening to Coldplay, but on a cold day. Sat at Oxford Parkway, getting home the long way. Whatever road I'm on, this'll be the theme song. Not a dog with a leash on, just another lease on the life I live and breathe, even if it seems wrong. Learn to always be strong and sit up like the phenom.
Hey, I love your wrestling references as well.
Always got to put them in there. Always got to put them in there.
Got you. I was going to say, and obviously Song Love will be on there as well, yeah? I'm guessing.
Song Love will be on there as well, yeah.
Yeah, because I say, when it comes to B-sides, like, I love that you still do B-sides as well, like.
Yeah, I mean, I just always feel like, why not? Like, it's just, if I'm going to put a song out or a single out, I just feel like I always just want to put something else as well. And a lot of the times those B-sides are just, they give me a chance to experiment and do something I might not do for an album or might not do just as a one-off single. But
yeah,
over time, there's a lot of people that like prefer the B-sides to the singles. Like, it's almost like they stand out a bit more.
So what was that B-side for? Actually, let's think about that.
Every single moment was for I think that was the one. No, Song Love was for Bill Murray. Every single moment was for Made Of.
That's quite tough, actually. That's two different moods for me, so I couldn't say which one I prefer, actually. But
yeah, they're both quite different tracks, and that's kind of the idea. So like Sleep Paralysis, there was We Won't Forget was the B-side for that, and a lot of people like that I speak to about it say they prefer We Won't Forget because of the lyrics were a little bit harder, or my kind of wordplay was better. But then others like the beat and the chorus of Sleep Paralysis a bit better.
Yeah.
And then it kind of goes on like that with all of the singles and B-sides. But
yeah,
I'm going to keep them up though. I'll always put a B-side out there.
Oh, good, because I like that. But we'll get back to Palm Springs. But I'm just going to ask, are you got some plans for like? Is there another project on the end half of this year, or like?
Just about to release another album, and you want one already? You've not even done this one.
Because you know what I mean. You're starting very early, 2022, February the 2nd. Like,
I am working on another album, but I could probably finish it sooner, but I think I want to release some singles before it that just aren't on the album. So I'm kind of finishing up the album, but I want to stay consistent. So Palm Springs is going to come out in February 2nd. And I'll probably release another single, which will be brand new material. It won't be on Palm Springs, probably sometime late March. And then just release a couple more singles. They'll all have B-sides, so it'll be a couple of tracks here and there. Just whilst I finish up the album.
Wicked. I mean, there's a lot coming up still. I mean, there's a lot coming up. Let's talk about. I want to get go into things, come out things, go back into things here. You know what I mean? Because my head's like, I like that at the moment. But I'm thinking, let's talk about the return to the stage, February the 5th, Oxford. Oh, I thought I'd remember in my head. I had it in my head ready. Where in Oxford is it again? It's the
Port Mahon.
Yeah.
Port Mahon in Oxford. It's actually a rescheduled show that we had that was set for when the pandemic happened. So we finally got it rescheduled, got it in the books.
At the beginning?
Yeah. Like we had it, originally it was April like the April of whenever the pandemic, like 2020. So this is like nearly 2 years in the making to get this show done. But yeah, it should be a really good one. Hometown show.
Yeah.
It'll be my first show in 2 years as well. So
definitely.
we're going to play a lot of the new material. We haven't, like, there's so much on, like, Bill Murray has never been played live before. Cool Blue Light's never been played live before. Most of Groundhog Day hasn't been played live before.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna do a whole new set and just have fun, just enjoy it, just, you know, get out there. Tiger Mendoza is also on that show. He's an incredible live act. Samuel Edwards is also supporting, and yeah, we're gonna hopefully fit some surprises in there as well, and just have fun.
I'd be there, but I've got a show on Saturday as well now, so
that's all right, man. Don't worry about it. It's good. You'll be at one.
I'm into a half decent show. Like that is.
We're doing it.
Like honestly, like
we'll get on the same lineup. That's how it works.
Yeah, definitely. Also, I'm ready to come over though. Like that's the thing. I got my brother ready for it and everything. Like he was like, yeah. I even had to show him some of your music because he's not like he is a rap fan. Well, he doesn't mind. You know, he's just not a big. Right. So you have to. He's like, you know, it's not. So
here's the thing. Now that you can't make it, is your brother still coming?
Nah, he won't. Yeah, we were leaving it quite late to get tickets. So just to
give me his number. I'll convince him to come. I'll say to him, you've got no excuses now. You can still come.
Yeah, but like you and Theoretical, I've watched loads of stuff. Like, I think it was a London show and stuff. I watched that just one night and thoroughly enjoyed that, man. The whole mix of all them tracks, those beats and everything. Like, oh man, like where you're hopping off and like some old school instrumentals, just mixing them and just spitting on them. Like, I love that. And I'd love to be a part of that, just in the crowd.
Yeah, we definitely just have fun with our shows, and I sometimes feel like usually a half decent show, it's got something that's entertaining, it's got something that's kind of thought provoking as well, but then just everyday life and a little bit of history, but we just have fun. Like we really just have fun, and that's if anybody's been to a half decent show before or ever seen us live, you'll know what it's about. It's very interactive. It's I don't just like get on stage and kind of rap like this in the corner of the stage. It's very involved. We get everybody into it. Yeah, it's always a great show.
Pardon the pun, but we party harder. You know what I mean? Like
we party harder.
No, I've seen you performing that on like YouTube videos. I'm like, hey, like, I'd love to be a part of that one day. But I tell you what, one thing you have been doing, you were saying, like, so you have obviously, like I said, you've been putting a lot of work the last couple of months. Like I said, there's a lot of features to talk about, a lot of big features,
yeah.
And every single feature you've been on, you've delivered crazy with it. You know what I mean? So, what one? Which one should I talk about first? Then I was going to talk about. You know what? I'm going to go. I have to look at my notes, you see, to get to the bit where you're about to come in. So give me a second. Here we go. We'll go with this one first.
I know.
Which way to go? It doesn't really matter what you do. Sometimes you get lost.
Shout out Kildare, shout out Blizzard.
But you've got to make it through.
Yeah, man. Blizzard's a legend in the game.
Yeah.
Kildare really puts out a lot of emotional music.
Work it through. Night by night. Night by night. Night by night. Half decent. Night by night, I'm swallowed by the goal to write. Destroying mics is the only thing that I enjoy in life. As long as I keep writing, I can never die, cause I'll leave behind these words for you to remember me by. You're likely to witness and recite in their sickness and annihilate all rappers who have hype in their business. Write me a hit list and I'll fight with the fitness and intimidate these slackers as I strike with my quickness. Never deliver these bars to say my flow's insane and has to change, and understanding my brain is tougher than finding freedom. But hey, light the fire, feel the flame, brighten up the night again. Live it up tonight, that's the only way that we numb the pain. Amazed by what I do with words, I abuse a verse. I'm the truest herd, cause I've never been on the losing bird. They say this dude's berserk. I never sleep, always work, out until the break of dawn, until I hear the rooster chirp. Night by night, rhyming words. When you don't know which way.
Hey, that's sick. You know what? And also that video you put up with you doing the verse in your booth. Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to wear that hoodie every time now.
You know what? Like, it's I've got a few different hoodies, but it fits with the booth. It was like perfect. I think that was one of the first ones I recorded as well.
Yeah.
It looks like I kind of just blend into the wall.
I thought that was funny. As soon as I saw that, I was like, yeah, he's done that on purpose.
It was a coincidence, but that's the kind of the theme I have in my colors of my branding, if you will. Like it's all red and black, like half decent colors. So I don't know if you can see this. My sister actually made this. Like but that's the logo, and then
yeah. Of course.
it's just like.
Because because obviously I didn't realise that was on. Because you've been down.
Oh yeah, where was it? I just got it. Yeah, come out of the hoodie.
Right. That's sick though as well. Family helping out there, I love that.
Yeah, man, they've always been supportive.
But that track though, like did you know like when Kildare came to you with that and everything, did you? I mean, that's like you said, he does a lot of emotional stuff, so that was kind of different for him as well. I thought, and I really thought the beat was hard, the hook was hard. You came in hard, but did you know Blizzard was going to be on that? Did he tell you that he was getting Blizzard or?
Yeah, I think actually, maybe you could speak to Kildare about it a bit more, but I wasn't originally supposed to be on it. He had somebody else planned for it.
Yeah.
But like I talked to him quite a bit, and he actually played me the track, so I'd heard it. And, a few months went by, like maybe about 3 months, and I reached out to him, was like, "Did you ever do anything with that track?" And he was like, "Oh well, Blizzard's on it, and I'm still waiting for my mate to do a verse." And I was like, "I'm ready if you want a verse." Like if all you need is a verse, like
yeah.
And then we just worked out and yeah, did the track. So
yeah.
And it's just one of those beats that you can flow to in many different ways. It was so easy to write to, and yeah, it was great.
I mean, I remember, I think it was around time I was at uni and Blizzard was on all those battle raps and everything.
Flop, yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, that's pretty cool though. Like, you know, I was always quite a low key really.
He's a legend in the battle scene, and you know, he's done so much for hip hop in the UK. And I know he's seen as like a Manchester artist, but he did so much in London when he was down here that I think it's like his impact is kind of speaks for itself. So
definitely.
Yeah, it was a pleasure to be able to work with him, and I love his verse as well. He did a solid verse.
Yeah, definitely. And yours was solid too, man. But yeah, so check that one out. I'll also go through some of them now. The Proof track as well. How did that happen? Like, because you got Young Buck on that.
Yeah, so the guy, I'm sorry if he's listening. I'm pretty sure he's in Canada, but I might be wrong. His name's Big Dave. I worked with him on a collaboration for his mixtape back in October last year, maybe even the year before, about a while back. And he got Young Buck on the song and was like, he needed to finish it, and he thought I would work with it, and that was what it was. It was, you know, he wanted to get me on the track for it'd be a good mix, and I think it works out perfectly. We all bring something different to the table.
You say his name? Yeah. Sorry. You say
what was that? Big Dave, his name is Big Dave.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shout out to Aisha, who's Burgundy Boys down there. He's also Canadian. He's also Canada. So big up.
Yeah. But Canada's got some there's a great underground hip hop scene in Canada, and it's so, like there's so much talent out there, and like, you know, it's always a pleasure to work with people and find their own little underground thing, and that's the pleasure with things like this in the internet. Like we can, there's no reason why people all over the world can't work together. And I never thought I'd be on a track with Young Buck. Like I used to listen to the G Unit mixtapes back in the day.
Like that is, when I saw it, I was like, that's G Unit, Young Buck. Like I was a huge G Unit fan, obviously. You know what I mean? Like back, it's my era. Like growing up, you know.
I think I used to have a G Unit hoodie that I would wear like all the time. It'd be the only thing I would wear. And then, like, yeah, when I found out about the Young Buck track, my whole thing was just I've got to deliver the best verse I can. And I think I only had like a few days to write it or something like that, so it had to be turned around quite quickly. But yeah, I think I did a good job in it, and a lot of people have told me it's the best verse they've heard from me in ages. So
hey, well, let's play it now. Let's play it now, man. There you go.
I respect the skill, the numbers ain't proof to me. Raise the mic high up to my level. Life's stressful and you only get one, so why settle? We bring a step full of bass and pocket full of treble. Lyrics leave your mind clogged and your body disheveled. What's the goal? Take control. Flow is blatant cold. Still pacing, racing gold. Half decent's here to break the mold. A greater mind is non-existent. This is how we live it. Intellectual thoughts are dangerous, but we got to give it. I'm killing this with better lines, metaphors and clever rhymes. Metal swords and several knives, kettle balls and severed spines. Bitter ways will never shine. If there's hate inside your mind, do yourself a favour and dig your grave ahead of time. Or witness the most ferocious, potent of vocalists, composing an emotional roller coaster. It's over with. Flows floating over an open ocean of operatives and turn your boasting picture perfect world into hopelessness.
Ooh. Hey. Like that is definitely one of your yeah, definitely. That verse is fire. And also like the beat also does remind me of a G Unit kind of
Definitely. Like when I heard the beat, and especially like Young Buck's verse as well, like his verse is like so old school Young Buck. Like it sounds like just sounds a bit different to anything he's done in a while as well. So yeah, it was a pleasure to be able to get on that track, and yeah, I love the beat too. It's a solid one.
Crazy because you got obviously that happening like Canadian artist with a legend, and then on that, and then you also obviously Kildare. Still like he's sick. Yeah, I think he's sick. Still sort of up and coming, I'd say. You know what I mean, as well.
Yeah.
Legend, you know what I mean. And then you've also done another track with someone. Where's she from? What's her name again? Brooks.
Brooklyn XO. This was a bit out there. Like this out of all the collabs I've done.
Yeah.
She's a TikTok star.
Yeah, so I've done.
She has 10 million followers, and she basically makes videos about anything from just personal life stuff. So like her makeup tutorials. She does a lot of thing about women's body positivity and talk about like be yourself and all of that stuff. Just a general normal girl from I say normal, like she's from California, so she lives in that side of the world, and she just blew up on TikTok. But she never made music. She didn't do anything musical. And then she did a satire joke about like being in like if she was a queen and she had a crown and all of this stuff. And she made a single that ended up like getting so popular that they wanted to do a remix of it, and they put a bunch of rappers on it basically. And I didn't know there was going to be loads of other rappers on it. I was just told, here's 8 bars, rap on this song, and I didn't know who she was at the time. So I had to, when I found out about it, I was like, this is very poppy. I'll have to like see what's going on. But I usually rap to anything anyway, and
catchy to be honest.
It's right, yeah, it's catchy enough. But it turns out that the whole thing was so that she could make an album that would be kind of like a satire joke. Yeah. And the album is 10 tracks of all of the same song, but in different ways. So she even got like one of her fans just sung it down the phone, and that's the album. So like she was kind of like trolling all of her own haters. Yeah. So but yeah, that album went to number 7 in the US chart. So I ended up being on a number 7 album, like just randomly like charting out.
That's still it's another accomplishment for you. You're on the album, you know what I mean? I was saying, I'd be pretty hyped about that.
Yeah, I mean, saying you're on a top 10 album, you get to work with legends like Blizzard, Kildare, and Buck all in the same month. It's a pretty strange thing.
I was about to say, like, I was watching, like, I was like, wow, Buck, Blizzard, and then 10 album, like, man.
But this is it. If there's any artists out there like this, like, just do the job. Just do whatever. Like, if someone wants to collaborate with you, just do it, because you don't know what's going to come of it. And for me, it's like I had no idea what was going to happen with this Brooklyn XO track. I thought, as long as I'm comfortable with what I do on it, and I know I kill it from my perspective, I'm happy. And that was what I did. And to know that it ended up being a number 10 album is just insane. But,
I mean, you had Husky on there, who I've done a track with as well. Like, and I love Husky and Honeybee Sweet, all these different people. But yeah, I'm I'm gonna go from their verses into yours because like it's hard to find, like, you know what I mean. But let's have a listen. Can you hear that? Yeah.
Sour. I don't chase it, that's basic. I get paces for my hours. I really bounce back for my worst. I get blessed up with a curse. My loyalty is royalty. You can take me out for my words.
I think you're next, isn't it?
Thank you for sharing. You can't see that burden I'm wearing. Not scared, complicated, I'm daring. See my shows, yeah, perfect for sharing. Life's test is not just a test. My past not set, there's no time to rest. Heard them say that heavy is the head, but you can't take my crown with the weight of my chest. I'm blessed.
Yeah, I like that though as well. That's sick though. And then like top 10.
Randomly top 10 in the US charts.
Yeah, and then you only needed 8 bar as well. So
I think it's I do it a lot actually. I do longer verses, but when I do features, it does force me to go. I've only got what, 20 seconds. 8 bars is nothing. Like you know, for people like you and me who write all day, like 8 bars is like goes by in a flash.
Yeah.
But say to yourself, right, I've only got 8 bars. I have to make it possible. Or I've only got 16 bars. I have to make it as good as possible. Yeah. It makes you change the way you would approach a verse or a track sometimes. So I like the challenge. It's good.
Because I've challenged, actually, I'm going on about me for a second, but I've challenged, you know, they're still gassing, yeah?
Yeah.
There's a remix coming out for that. I ain't told you that yet. There's going to be a remix. And it's all the people that I've been connected with, the Hip Hop Lounge, Leighton Buzzard. Because they're gassing. And I was like, well, I've been toying with the idea of doing a Still Gassing remix. So I've basically given them 8 bars each, so I get more people on there. So yeah, and like it's good because they're putting in their punchlines quick and they're trying to, and I loved it. You know what I mean? But yeah,
it also makes it like for that My Crown one as an example, like the 8 bars. It is enough if there's loads of people on it, but it also makes the track change so that as a listener, it's not always the same voice. And I think that sometimes I ruin it, but like Every Single Moment's a good example. Like I like that song, but I changed the beat in the second verse because I knew that it's a lot of me. Okay. And the first verse was, I think, about 32 bars or something like that. It's a really long first verse. Yeah. So I think it's important to change it up. And it reminds me of the days when, was it like Tiny Temper? He did that Earthquake song. And then, like randomly, there's a version with Busta Rhymes doing 8 bars, like, and it's just like, but that 8 bars is sick. Like it's doing a great 8 bars. Yeah. And it's those kind of things. Like, if you just approach it with 8 bars will be enough and just deliver, you'll be fine.
Then get so much in an 8 bar.
Yeah. You gotta try, especially with Still Gassing though. I think that are you keeping the same beat?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can rhyme double time to that. That's fine. You can fit 16. I think on my feature that I gave you, the last like 8 bars might be, I might say 16 bars worth of stuff. But yeah.
Definitely at the end you got but yeah, honestly, that's you got more features that well, obviously don't tell us about, probably not allowed to, but some more features that might be approaching quite soon.
Yeah, there'll be some big stuff coming out. There'll be plenty of good ones. Like
there's something working on. So okay, yeah.
Lots of good tracks coming out, and you know if there's anyone listening and you want me on a track, get in touch. Like
reach out, give them a DM. Like definitely, like
I won't disappoint. Like it's yeah.
Like I've got you on one for my next album again, so you know I had to.
I'm excited about that track, man.
Did you send me a voice note and you were just singing a hook, and I was like, oh, he's ready for it. He's ready for it.
yeah, I am. Yeah.
A bit different for me though. That's what I was thinking. I don't know. The beat was a bit different for me, I think, than usual, I suppose.
But but you change what you do though. You'll find you're not stuck into you're not pigeonholing yourself. Like you know, calling me, calling you is not the same as still gassing, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, so, yeah, and you're really good at hooks. Like your hooks are solid all the time. So I think that,
That's
yeah,
what.
I think it's going to be a great track. I think it's going to be solid.
Sweet, sweet. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. But let's get on to some more stuff that you've been doing recently. You're doing some fun stuff on TikTok. I got I gotta say, like, because it took me a while. Like, I was like, obviously, on your Insta, you'd put some of the TikTok videos up, and I'd be like, oh, they're funny. And I was like, wait a minute, those are all from TikTok. Why am I not following the TikTok? And like, there's some funny stuff, like, you know, from the mind of someone producing and all that sort of stuff. I thought that was quite amusing and stuff like that. But
You know what it was? Like it took me. I'm one of these old school heads as well. Like I don't really get TikTok, and I
yeah,
know that I see like what you do with when you're collabing with people.
I've only started that, only just.
That's what I mean. That's something I feel like I want to do, but I just don't. It's not in my thing. I sit here, I make a beat, I record a song, and then I'm done, and then I'll think about promoting it. You know,
Yeah.
like with those collaboration stuff, I think it's really good. But what made me get into TikTok was I found out that you know you can search sounds. So
Yeah.
like all of my songs, because they're up, they're in there already as sound. And I've got a song called Jaeger Bombs, which I don't know if you've heard it, but it's actually a B-side to a track actually. But it's all about Jaeger Bombs, the drink. Like
I love a Jaeger bomb.
it's all about everyone loves a Jaeger Bomb, of course. Or if you don't, you're still going to get one on a night out.
Yeah, yeah.
I found out that on TikTok, people are drinking Jaeger bombs to my song and just putting it on their own TikTok.
Nice.
And I just didn't know about that. I was
I'm doing
just like,
that now, by the way. I'm doing that.
yeah. So I was just like, oh, okay. So maybe I should just embrace TikTok a little bit more. And I'm trying to. My way of it is I'm trying to show people into my world and into what it is I do. And
Yeah.
yeah, you're right. Like the producing one, like we all watch Hustle and Flow, and we're like, what that trick is the bit that you sit there and you want to make a track like that, and you think the studio is all vibes and energy, but when you actually sit down to make a track, you're sat here by yourself playing the same note over and over again for 2 hours until you get some inspiration. So yeah, I've just been having a bit of fun with it, showing people what I do. But everything on TikTok is also on Instagram, so you don't have to follow TikTok. It's just
Yeah. Like, I'm the same with their TikTok. Like, I have it. I've really not, like, you know what I mean? I leave it for months. Like, I didn't really ever want to get on it. And I realized, oh, you kind of, I suppose it's a good thing, really. You know what I mean? And then I went, because I had Fly the Flag on there, and I didn't realize people were doing videos for that. Until, like, you know, the weird thing like that. And then I was like, right, I had a phase for 2 months where I was like, come on, England. Obviously, England got to the final, and I was like, got the song. And then the people were obviously typing "Come on, England" into like TikTok,
finding it, yeah,
doing it, and I was like, this is sick. Like, really, that helped with the song though, proper, because I ended up getting a few streams from that one. Like, not on any sort of, like, you know what I mean? Like, sometimes you get picked up by a playlist and stuff as well, and that can help. You know, you're like, how the hell did I get in that playlist? That's cool, but that didn't happen. I think it was all from TikTok, so that's why I'm thinking of trying.
You just never know. You never know who's listening to your stuff, and you know, technology these days, since we've got it all on Spotify and that integrates with all the new platforms. Yeah, you just don't know who's listening to your music. You don't know how they're using it, and you know, if somebody is, you know, trying to support England, because God bless them, they need all the support they can get most of the time. Like, if they hear your song and want to put a post out there because they're going to their first England game with their family, or maybe on stag do watching it or something, that's where you end up in people's lives. That's where you people kind of feel those emotions, and yeah, it's you just don't know how it's happening. And it took me ages to get onto TikTok, but now I'm on it. I'm trying to do it my own way by just showing people what I do rather than get too involved with all of the challenges. And I don't think you'll see me do a TikTok dance for quite some time.
Same here. Unless it's Fly the Flag, that's my own one, but that's it. But actually, before I was meant to say this earlier, I don't know if you put this on a TikTok or it was just something you put on Instagram. But Bill Murray meets Cream. That is so cool.
That was Theoretical's doing.
Yeah.
So Theoretical, That's on the mixtape as well, Groundhog Day Again. So you can actually listen to the
Yeah, the tape. That's the one thing I haven't heard of yours is the Groundhog Day Again. I don't think I have. I might listen to a few tracks and then I had to go somewhere or something, but I don't think I've heard it in full.
It's because it's not on Spotify, so it's like you've got to actually get it. You've got to dig it. But it is all on YouTube. I'll send you a link to it and to that track. But yeah, basically there's an old kind of skit or movie that Wu-Tang did called Coffee and Cigarettes, and Bill Murray is in it. And there's just a scene where they're talking to each other and they say, "Oh, you're Bill Murray." And it's like, and when we were talking about doing the mixtape, it was one of Theoretical's ideas where he was like, "Let's put the song Bill Murray with Wu-Tang tracks and combine them together." And then yeah, I just made a little video for it for the internet. But yeah, it sounds really good over Cream. I'm kind of a bit gutted, but that beat's so good. Like most things sound good over it.
Of course. Definitely, man. Well, let's go back to Palm Springs for a bit anyway as well. So I do this a lot, don't I? I've done this one quite a lot recently, but I like doing this because I like everyone's answers. But like, if you talk about Palm Springs and you had to describe it as an ice cream and the flavors and the toppings, what toppings would you have on the ice cream? I've been doing this for the last few weeks. I don't know why. When someone really, I love the answers I'm getting. So like, if you could describe it as an ice cream and what toppings and stuff, and then say why the toppings are like that, integrated with the music. I mean, yeah.
Well, to me, it might seem quite probably a bit more just like a banana split or something. But like, it's got flavor, but it's very chilled. It's very relaxing, and
yeah,
it's a hangover cure. What ice cream is a hangover cure? Are there any kind of?
I've never had an ice cream as a hangover cure.
It's that kind of vibe. So it's a bit more. It's definitely more relaxed. It's definitely maybe a bit more musical than some of the other stuff. Like there's saxophones on there. There's a bit of an 80s vibe, an 80s theme. But it's also got a bit of a twist to it because there's some old songs that are remixed in a way. So yeah, maybe a banana split or just a plain vanilla with some like raspberry sauce on it. Maybe that's what it is.
It was a special occasion in the Slade family household when we were younger. Like in a way, like it was like we wouldn't have it often. When we had it, we're like, oh, that's nice. Like that's you know what I mean? I don't know it was because we've always liked bananas, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's just the raspberry sauce kind of thing or a banana split, one of the two.
Yeah, definitely. Well, tell us. I don't know if you can tell us about some more tracks from it, like what to expect. Are you allowed to? I mean, obviously you're not going to play any, but like.
Yeah, I can say whatever you want. I've got a collab with Heights on there. So he was on Just Another and Hustlers, which are both on Groundhog Day. So we've got another track together. There's a remix of Then, Now and Forever, which is one that I did, and the original Then, Now and Forever is over like a grime instrumental that Devilish produced, the guy from OT Crew. So this is a hip hop version of it that I've made, which is quite bouncy but relaxing at the same time. So I quite like that one. Yeah. The guy, his name's Daniel Clear. He did guitar on Never Give Up, and he also did guitar on a song called Life Moves Pretty Fast, which is on the mixtape. On Palm Springs, he's done a kind of acoustic stripped down version of the song Death's Another Day, which is really, really good. That gives it a kind of different environment. There's a Lee Christian track which he features on, which is one that I originally made the beat and it was going to be for my album, but then he was releasing his album like way sooner, as in like it's been about 4 or 5 years now. So he released his solo version, and this is finally I'm managing to put out the version that is the collaboration of me and him on it. So
you've done a few. Yeah, really, yeah.
Yeah, we've worked together a lot in the past, and this track being released is a bit of a long time coming for us. So I'm glad to finally be able to put it out there. It's called Playing the Game Again. really good track. And then yeah, me and Theoretical have done a bunch of stuff as well. So there's a bit more of that, but yeah, I mean it's a lot more chilled, but there's definitely some stories in there, some different ideas. It's all about hope again, but also a little bit more about dealing with your own things as a person and as an artist, and what it might take for you to, you know, either succeed or just live a happy life, really.
I like that. So maybe have a question actually about Theoretical. Are you two quite, like, do you live close, or how do you work on your stuff together? Silly question, I know. Like,
no, it's not. I ask the same question all the time. No, we don't live close anymore, but we did used to. Yeah, but I mean, we see each other regularly enough. He actually was just down this weekend, and we had a little bit of a session together. He's working on his EP. But yeah, I send him stuff. He'll do cuts to it, or do extra things to it and send it back, and then I'll do the final mix. So yeah, we just do it like that. And then when we play live, we always practice and do stuff beforehand and make sure that the live show is as strong as possible.
Yeah, oh, wicked. Hey, I'm excited for it. Like everybody, on the 2nd of February, it will be out. You were supposed to do this last time. I haven't asked you yet. Do you want to do, I don't know, anything? I mean, what am I saying? Yeah, if you want to, like, it could be any verse, anything, freestyle. Do you want
to? Yeah, I can do something for you. Yeah. When you said we're family, I might fumble, but it'll be all right. You know?
Yeah. The beat, whatever you want to do, it's up to you. Don't mind.
No, I can do an acapella that I usually do.
Awesome.
So, and can people hear me okay? I think you saw a comment that said maybe people can't hear.
Yeah. No, I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking maybe they didn't have it turned up, because I know I messaged a check with someone and they said you can hear fine.
All right. Well, I'm half decent. This is about me. So
I just say I usually obviously message people before and ask, and I didn't ask this time, but I knew you would do it anyway.
Like you said, we're family, right?
Yeah.
I'm a little bit claustrophobic, a little bit lost but open, a little bit Nostradamus-minded but finding a way of coping. I'm confused at the life that I want, so I put it all into my songs. I use a position to keep the petition of giving you all what I want. I use the ace of spades for digging up graves is so courageous. Make the angels rave at their place of fate onto the faith of the pavement. I'm a little bit bold with statements, and the hair on my head is fading. But the trouble that grows through the rubble that flows just shows that I'm amazing. I dig in the runners with since I'm winning, but I'm never going to be the one to give up on the wisdom. Never hidden with a little bit of giving when I'm swimming. It's just a little time inside my prison, given to the vision that I'm giving you my living. So every time I throw, I know you'll listen. Really, my redesign triple time with the rhyme synchronized. Red ones are just my pittance. I don't know why you've been sleeping, even if my name is half decent. 14 years in the game, I'm peaking. People peel your eyes and get peeping. I'm giving the blood in these verses, even though I'm 9 to 5 hard working. But I know for a fact that you've heard this verse. You'll Google my name. I'm certain. Half decent.
Whoa! I'm waiting for there we go. Oh man, I love when you do that as well. When you just do the skippy from, like that's
You know, it turns into a bit of a party trick, but it's a lot of fun.
Sick. Always, I love that. That was another fire freestyle. I'm gonna do this all the time with artists now. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, just put people on the spot, see what comes out.
Now, Funky Nature in the building. I'd say if anyone's on here, I've got a show with Funky Nature on Saturday as part of Funky Nature oh my gosh, I know my London very well, do I? Is it Acton? Probably Acton.
Acton's a place.
Yeah. Probably Acton.
Whether that's when you're playing or not, it might, I don't know.
But Funky Nature I was just saying before I forget, Funky Nature you should definitely follow Half Decent, because like they look, I mean, yeah. Like I don't know if they're looking for other rappers, but you know what I mean, yeah.
I actually saw one of the shows you guys did together, and Funky Nature is great, man. Like some of the stuff that they have, yeah, it looks like a lot of fun. Like, is it a collective of people, like, or do they? Yeah.
And they saw one of the things once, and I did at a pub. I put it up on that, and they got in contact, and it was so much fun going, because of a few shows, but I've been working a lot of them. I've been like, no, I can't wait, and then finally. I'm not working Saturday, so I can come to this one, so I'm excited for that. But yeah, Oh, you do follow him? Oh, awesome. Awesome. You know what I mean? Oh, good, good, good. I mean,
I'll
yeah.
follow you back. If I don't, I'm sorry. I'll follow you back after this. But
yeah,
yeah, I've seen a bunch of their stuff. It's really cool. So yeah, good to link up.
definitely, yeah. But hey, like, so let's just say again, February the 2nd, Palm Springs. I'm looking forward to it. I know you sent it to me after, so I'm even more excited now. Don't forget you sent it to me
I'll
after.
send you now. I'll make sure you have it. Yeah.
I can listen to it, you know, I can listen to it tonight. But honestly, like everybody, if you don't follow Half Decent and you're on my, you know, you want to on my Insta or not on his, go follow him right now. Go check out all his past music because there's a great catalogue of some incredible stuff. Go check out Groundhog Day to get yourself ready for Palm Springs. Go check out the one before that I really like. I'm sorry, I'm so bad with album names sometimes. Like
Something for the fearless.
yes, that's my other favorite. That's my other favorite. Yeah, I really like that one. There's a lot. There's yeah. I'm just going through some of them now. There is a lot of stuff to look up. That's it. This is the music, of course. Yeah, I like that one. That's going right back. But go check out these projects getting ready for Palm Springs because it's going to be a big project. It's going to be really fun and like, yeah. I mean, I can tell you right now that Palm Springs track. I've been playing it all day. So if the project is as good, you know it's going to be good if it's like that. Definitely.
Yeah, it's solid. It's a solid project. I'm really proud of it. I think it's definitely like the end of all of the Groundhog Day stuff, and that's like gonna put that era. And I kind of talk about it like if my albums or my recent projects were like a Marvel universe, like this is the end. This is the close to that Marvel universe of those things. So after this, Half Decent's going to do different stuff and going to make some well, just a lot more fun music or a lot more thought-provoking hip hop.
So in a way, it could be Spider-Verse or whatever. Like, is it Spider-Verse? Like, it could be right now. You're currently the Spider-Man. I can't remember the what's his face. I can't think of the actors. Andrew Garfield right now. You could be him. Is that him?
I don't know the actors.
Neither do I. You could be the one from the first few movies, and you could be going into the second few movies.
If we give it to a perfect thing, is like right now it's February 2nd, and I'm Bill Murray, and then I'm going to get out of this stage, and I'll turn into Andy Samberg in Palm Springs, and then after this, we'll see what happens.
Wait a minute. On the Bill Murray track, you say it's February 2nd, and I'm Bill Murray.
Yeah.
Why did I not think of that? Oh, wow.
Well, that's why it's Groundhog Day.
In it. Yeah. It all makes sense. That's it.
It's not just random words. I'm trying to write something here.
I know that, but I mean, I don't know why that escaped my mind. I didn't, clock onto that. Because obviously I just thought, it's out on February 2nd. Didn't even think February 2nd, I built my Groundhog Day, yeah. Oh, brilliant. And then Palm Springs, I didn't know about that film, so I'm learning a lot more today. And that is similar film to Groundhog Day, the same plot kind of thing. That's, insane, but a completely different way. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. It's just a more chilled out vibe, I'd say.
Yeah. Well, hey, thank you so much for being on, bro. And hey, every time you got a project, you come back on whenever, you know what I mean?
Always a pleasure, man.
I'm sure you'll be back on soon anyway, man. We'll be back on soon. You know what I mean? We'll definitely make sure you're on for when we do the 2nd year anniversary episode because we messed
absolutely up. Yeah, absolutely. And look, congratulations again with everything you're doing. This podcast is great. The amount of people you bring together is incredible. Giving people like myself a platform is also incredible. So thank you. And yeah, get the Calling You single now. It's awesome.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much. And you'll be on the album when it drops, which
Can't wait.
Which hopefully will be out sometime in the summer, I reckon. So, you know what I mean? But February the 2nd, Palm Springs, go stream, download. You can still download things, people. Just remember this. Stream and download. Go check it out. Go watch it on YouTube, however you consume your music, go check it out. And thank you very much, bro. And I will see you soon.
Peace.
Palm Springs tonight. Yeah, definitely.
See you later.
Bro.
Bye.
Yeah, man. Thank you to Half Decent for another awesome episode. He's awesome, and he's got something awesome coming out February 2nd. Go check it out. Go stream it. Go do everything. And I'll be back for Exit Talks next Thursday. with a very good singer coming on. So yeah, it's going to be good. We've got people packed up now until like end of March, so it's going to be a lot of good stuff coming Exit Talks in the next few weeks. But that was half decent. That was Exit Talks episode 62. Yeah, go check my single Calling Me, Calling You. Thank you to everyone who streamed that. At the moment, I'm loving it. I'm loving the response. Thank you to everyone who's been sending me good messages about the single. Go check out my single Calling Me, Calling You right now, and go check out Half Decent's Palm Springs. It drops on February the 2nd. It's Exit. I'll see you guys later. Hey.